If you were around for the early days of YouTube, you probably remember how easy it was to stumble onto something that felt genuinely disturbing. I lost countless nights of sleep from it when I was a child, especially over this first video. I Feel Fantastic jumps right into a mannequin named Tara singing and dancing to some unnerving music. Although the video itself is eerie, it was relatively harmless. It wasn't until the rumors spread that changed everything. People seemed to focus on one shot of the music video, where the camera pans away from Tara and zooms in on a piece of the property outside. Rumors spread that whoever created this video had actually killed a woman, and the spot in the yard he was zooming in on was where he buried her body. And to make matters worse, it was said that the clothes Tara was wearing actually belonged to the woman who was murdered. Another rumor was that Tara herself was evil, that she was created by a man who was an android builder, and eventually killed him herself. Considering the last words of the music video were "Please run, run, run." But the truth behind I Feel Fantastic may be even stranger than the rumors. In reality, the creator is an android enthusiast who was trying to develop personal androids for household chores. Tara, however, was meant to be the world's very first android pop star. I Feel Fantastic was actually just a clip from Tara's music video named Please, uploaded by an account named Creepyblog, without any context except for a cryptic description, referencing the Greek legend of Pygmalion, a sculptor who believed all women were tainted and unworthy of love, so he carved his own. I'll be doing a deep dive into I Feel Fantastic later this month, but the true story ranges from an online Viagra store to a man trying to sell tickets to Mars. Subscribe if that's something you'd like to hear more of.
Nie tam, see, red. There is nothing.
There Is Nothing is one of those videos that doesn't really do much, but still brings on a feeling of dread. The video opens on a woman sitting alone at a dining room table. She has pale skin, short dark hair, and this completely blank expression on her face. Behind her, through the window, you can see fire burning outside, but she doesn't react to it at all. She just sits there, staring forward. While this is happening, she starts making these strange sounds that don't really sound like normal speech. It almost sounds demonic, or like the audio has been messed with. Then she slowly leans down toward a bowl on the table, almost like she's collapsing into it, and then the video starts reversing. The woman lifts her head back up from the bowl. The strange movements play backwards, and the noises start to sound more like actual words. That's when you can make out what she's saying. There is nothing, implying she had passed away, and there was no afterlife waiting on her. Only nothing, or maybe being trapped in this loop in this lonely house is her eternity. Blank Room Soup, also called Freaky Soup Guy, is one of those old internet mystery videos that got way darker because of the rumors around it. The video itself is simple. A man sits in a blank room, eating soup with a big spoon. His eyes are censored with a black bar, and he looks upset, like he's crying or trying not to break down. Then, these two weird mascot-looking figures walk in and start rubbing his back. They don't attack him. They don't say anything. They just stand there, touch him, and the video cuts off. That's pretty much it. The lack of context is what made people fill in the blanks. The biggest rumor was that the man had been kidnapped and forced to eat soup made from his dead wife's remains. Some versions also claimed it came from the deep web, or was some kind of snuff film. There's no real evidence for that. The earliest known version was uploaded to YouTube in 2005 under the title Freaky Soup Guy, and the description was basically just, "We don't know what this is." The actual weird part is the costumes. They're called Ray Ray, created by animator and performance artist Raymond S. Percy, who has worked on projects like The Simpsons, Wreck-It Ralph, and Zootopia. Ray Ray was part of a performance art project, so the costumes weren't random deep web monsters. They had a real origin. According to the commonly repeated story, Percy said 2 Ray Ray suits were stolen from an RV after a performance on the Sunset Strip. A couple weeks later, he supposedly received the Blank Room Soup video by email, showing the stolen costumes being used in this creepy scene. But that's where it gets messy. Nobody has fully proven who made it. Some people believe the costumes really were stolen, and the thief made the video as some kind of bizarre message. Obey the Walrus, also known as Obedece a la Morsa, is another one of those early YouTube videos that looked way darker than it really was, due to a lack of context. The video is basically a heavily edited clip of the goddess bunny whose real name was Sandy Crisp tap dancing while a distorted version of Itsy Bitsy Spider plays in the background. The footage is slowed down, warped and edited to feel cursed. Some versions also cut to creepy imagery, and the phrase, Obedece a la Morsa, which means, obey the walrus. The rumor was that the video came from some strange cult called La Morsa, or the Walrus. People acted like it was a cursed video, or some kind of mind control clip, or something pulled from the dark corners of the internet. But there's no real evidence for any of that. It was a creepypasta built around disturbing editing and no context. The real story is more uncomfortable than supernatural. The person in the clip wasn't a monster or a demon or anything like that. She was Sandy Crisp, an underground performer, actress, model, drag performer, and trans woman who used the stage name, the Goddess Bunny. She had polio as a child, which affected her body and movement, and that's a big part of why people reacted so strongly to the clip when it was stripped of context. The original footage came from the documentary The Goddess Bunny, which was about Sandy Crisp's life and the underground Los Angeles scene she was part of.